You are listening to Conversations from Her Design Stories, a project that aims to support and empower female designers in Vietnam.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for agreeing to join and get featured on my project, which is Her Design Stories.
That's my honor.
To introduce a little bit, my name is Thảo Ngọc, and I'm a senior student at the UV at British University Vietnam, and I'm majoring in graphic design. And I choose the topic of my graduation project as the feminist design project because I myself am a female designer, and I'm really interested in feminism and also, how we female designers could support each other in such a male-dominant industry. And in order to finish this, to execute this project, I really very honored and glad that I could have so many conversations with amazing female designers in Vietnam. And I'm very glad that you have agreed to spend some of your time to join the interview today.
Yes, such an honor for me too. Thank you for inviting me to join with you. Yay.
Thank you. So to start off the interview, let's talk a little bit about yourself as a designer. So could you introduce yourself in the 3 design-related words?
I think 3 main keywords, that is alignment, hierarchy, and fun. Because it's a little bit hard to find 3 design-related, but talk about myself. I'm a little bit confused, but yeah, alignment, hierarchy, and fun. I think that's
fun.
Fun. I think that's a way to design. That's a way to design. Yeah. Okay.
It's really interesting how you choose the word alignment and hierarchy, and because those are really typographic related words, right? And it's actually could explain a lot because I myself know about you through your typography work.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So yes.
Okay.
So how about your design journey now? So your design journey as a female designer. So how did you get to where you are now?
This is a little bit long story, but I will try to make it short. When I was a kid,
I have time.
Okay, when I was a kid, my mother let me listen to music a lot. So at the moment, I'm starting to feel the art. I think music is art. Art means the things that we can hold, but we can feel. So I try to feel the music. Then I go to middle school. I realized that I want to draw. I love to draw. I start to doodle in every school book. Then I know at that moment, I think I want to be an illustrator in the future. But how stupid am I? Because I'm not. Because when I came to high school, I realized that I really didn't know how to illustrate what I imagine. When I joined to the illustration community, I feel, oh my gosh, everybody is really amazing, and they could draw the story, what they really create. But I can't. I just know how to draw some little things, like a cat, a dog, for fun. Then that's the time I start to tinkering around with the design program. And it's made me feel worthy. When I draw, sometimes I feel I'm such a loser. But when I use graphic program, because it's kind of powerful, so I feel, I could do this. I could make it done. I could complete this, and I feel happy for that. So that feeling led me to my biggest decisions, that I decide to turn to be a graphic designer. And after that, I tried my best to sign into graphic design major of architecture, University of Ho Chi Minh City. And after 4 years, I graduate. I had a chance to meet a lot of great people who did in creative field, and then I officially become a graphic designer. That's really, because it's not like I graduate and I am a graphic designer. No, I need to communicate more. And then at that moment, I think, yeah, finally, I am a graphic designer. And more than that, in the deeper, I think I have a great gen from my parents, because my mom was a dancer, a ballet dancer. And my father used to be in a group of Vietnam troupe, like good nói, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the word. Yeah, that. So I think that I have a little bit lucky when the journey of. I think my journey is not difficult at all. It's a little bit. Sometimes it has a little difficulty, but it's okay. I move on. I work through that. Yeah.
I see. Oh, that is such a nice story to hear. And fun fact, though, I actually almost signed up to the University of Architecture in Ho Chi Minh City too.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, that was actually also my goal back when I was in high school. I actually spent like 1.5 years studying how to draw, the decorative watercolor kind of thingy that we need to do before applying to the university. But then it was like a really long story of how I got to where I am now instead of Ho Chi Minh City. But it's really nice. It's always really nice to meet a person from University of Architecture for me, because it feels like I have a glimpse into what could have been my life,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So what about your favorite project so far? I personally know about you through typography work, and I really like your typography works.
Yeah, about the favorite design. Besides to create typography, I'm also focusing on brand design. And one of the most favorite project I've done, that is a student campaign called Tiếp sức mùa thi, since 2018. That is an annual campaign of my university, architecture university. The main functions of that campaign is supporting students who are going to university. And in that year, I have a chance to work with my talented friends. I really work with my friends because at a university project, so everybody is a friend. And it's as a friend, it's fun, everything is so enthusiastic on that moment. And that's the reason why I love that project. I love the process to creating that, because those friends, they are the one who support me most of the time when I study on both 4 years. And that's the first time, more than that, that's the first time I try my best to create a creative direction for the identity that I didn't do before. Before that, I just be a normal graphic designer, but now I have a chance to create a path, a visions, a missions for the identity. And it's one of the biggest campaigns in a year, annual campaigns. And it helps us closer together and understand each other. Yeah, me and the crew, we really have a great time. Yeah.
Aww, that's so glad to hear. It's really
right.
Glad to hear.
And more than that, it's made me believe that I am going the right way. I am on my way, and I will keep working on that way to reach my goal. It's kind of motivation for me through every time I think about that. A little bit emotional now.
Oh, that's that must be really great. But fun fact, I actually referenced your project, as in my mood board for a university project last year, because I myself also really interested in design education. Last term, I actually interviewed Rita for an assignment. Yeah. I actually watched the video that you guys are talk together on his YouTube channel, and because last year to be exact, I had this project that also related to like design educations and prepare the student who are about to enter design educations. So I had this kind of project brief for that. So I took a lot of inspiration from your project.
Such an honor.
So I think that you should know that your work don't just like, inspire yourself and your teamwork and your group, but also reach to people that you might not know. Like me, I'm like, all over across the country, and I still really admire your work. I really like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. So as you can tell, you are, one of my kind of female design role models, because I look up to you a lot. So what about you? Do you have any role models or inspirations in design who are female designers?
Yes, I have both. I have female role model and mentors and inspiration. It's not always about female role model. I am I always want to be an empathetic and sincere designer. After a long year, no, that's not a long year. After 3 years in the design industry, I see that building connections with people is a really great experiences. When we have empathy and sincerity, our credibility could be updated and could be upgraded. So that's one of my values. So I focus when I work with clients, always sincere, like that. And I have that value. I learned from my boss, my college, my designer friends, and some stranger designer on the internet. Sometimes I read their comments and I really learn a lot. So all of them is my mentor. I really admire that the design community in Vietnam is, everybody is nice and kind, and I'm happy for that. But yes, I have my female designer heroes in my heart. That is my former creative director. She is one of the female designer that I really have a chance to work with. And she is a little bit low key, but no, just like nobody knows her. But her work is like she put it into reality. My Kingdom. The brand My Kingdom.
Is that the cake brand?
No, the toy brand.
The toy brand. Yeah.
That logos and that brand story is from my creative director. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she do something. I was really like you, but nobody knows about that. She's kind of low-key. So she's create an honest and the important thing that she create open work environment, a healthy work environment. That is one of the main point the designer community in Vietnam don't have, because some agencies have like they always says, go to the agency, you will live in toxic environment, toxic workspace, and I hate that. I really hate that, because that's the reason why I feel safe when she is the mentor of me. She always helping me realize my worth and nurturing my potential. That's the biggest part that I need to thank her a lot. Well, yeah, that's my creative director, and
she sounds like an amazing person.
And she's pretty. She's really pretty.
Wow, the whole package.
Well, now we don't have a chance to work together anymore, but yeah, we still keep contacting each other. Yeah. More than that, I truly admire any woman who change the business, the design business in like 16 years, like Paula Scher, like Heather Cooper. Yeah, and more than that is Jessica Wash, Jessica Hitch. Yeah,
Jessica Wash. Oh, I love Jessica Wash.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Yes.
You should searching for Jessica Wash, and you will see the man who is Timothy Goodman. Oh my God. You know.
Jessica Wash.
Oh.
Jessica Wash is the founder of Ladies Wine Design, the project that highly inspired this project.
Oh, okay.
That was like my main inspiration for this project.
Yeah, Jessica Wash is just such a legendary.
Yeah, she is. She absolutely is.
Yeah, that's the who helped pave the way for us. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed. May I ask a little bit more about your creative director ways of creating a healthy workspace? What is the healthy workspace that you were talking about? To be more detailed.
She creating a workspace without, if I say without stressful, is such a liar, because in work, of course, we will have stressful, but we will avoid the stressful from the leader. It's like the way she feedback, she gives feedback, the way she create the path, the vision for us is clearly respectful. Yeah, the key word is she's not treat us like staff. She treat us like colleague. Yeah. We don't have boss and staff. Yeah, we have the partner. We are the partner. We help her and she help us. That's the relationship between us. That's why this relationship is no room to toxic, to be toxic like the others. In the agency, you will know that sometimes the graphic designer, the normal graphic designer, often a little bit scared, a little bit afraid of creative director, afraid of accounts, something like that. But in the branding, in this branding studio, we keep in mind that we are partner. We're just partner. We could open to share everything with each other that help the projects become better. Yeah, and more than that, she care about our mental health. That's the one I appreciate. I really appreciate that. Yeah. She care about our mental health, and she really share with us her mental issue experience. That was kind of brave for us to speak it out. Something like that.
Yeah. as we can tell from our stories, though the stories that you just tell, having a female creative director just differs so much. So much from working in a normal agency with a male creative director. I don't mean to assume that every male creative directors are insensitive or stuff like that. No, we don't assume things like that. But there is a certain thing from your experience is that having a female creative director it's really different from the way we experience our workplace. So as the female designers yourself, have you ever encountered any gender related difficulties in the workplace or when in school or when you work as a freelancer?
Difficulty, right? Okay. I've never seen being female as an obstacle, at least not one that I couldn't overcome with hard work. But sometimes I still have a rough time. Yeah. One of that is I'm so vulnerable. I'm really so vulnerable. Being a woman and standing out there to prove to others that we are giving you a solution for your problems is really not easy, especially when I am working full time on a position that a brand designer, and I need to tell the client that this is your problem. We need to fix it. That's not easy to do that because sometimes they don't care. They don't listen to you. Yeah. It's minor, but yes, it's happened. When you do things like that, it's likely engineer, and engineer is a job for men, right? Men.
I don't want to say yes,
but yes, you just
sadly
you just Google it, click to the image, and yes, a lot of engineer is a man. Right. So
sadly,
basically it's a man role. So this concept make we look like a little bit hard when we try to communication with our client. When you do some creative project, you need to more than that. You need to persuasive skill to complete the job, to persuade your clients, and that's how I say sometimes people don't listen to you because sometimes you're a female, you don't have a room to understand the whole picture and describe it to them. So that's why I don't say that we can do that, but I could say that we need to work harder to see what men see, to understand what they understand, and to feel what they feel. Sometimes we can't feel like that. Like me, I can talk about the government because I don't like. I can't talk about football because I don't understand. I can feel it. I can. I literally can. Even I spend a day to watch football, but I'm really not interested in that. Like that. Some role.
Me too.
Some role we can. Some situation we just can feel it, and I think that's one of the lack of when we are being a woman. That's
so the difficulty that you mentioned is how it's harder for us to communicate with our clients and with our other designers who are also most of them are men, and it's harder for us women to fit into the conversation, right. Even though those conversations are not directly related to design, but basically networking is harder for us. Because the common topic of networking among designers and clients are a little bit more men-related, men-centered, and us women find it harder to get in touch with what they're doing and what they're liking and stuff like that, and it leads to other difficulties in our work too.
Right.
So have you think of some ways to overcome these difficulties? The difficulties of networking, as I say.
Yeah, actually, I have one more difficulty that I am struggling with it. That is, I'm very shy when talking to male designer because of gender shyness. Yeah, I just shy because he is a man and I am a woman. When we live in an Asian culture and where people talk about women taking the initiative as a joke, we when I want to actively talk to a male designer, I really feel uncomfortable because I don't want to be because I've tried to talk like a buddy to make it more comfortable. I don't want to people say that I'm flirting him or I'm doing something else like that.
I see.
Yeah, and and more than that, I feel nervous when I'm talking to them. Partly because I have an anxiety disorder, and partly because I'm afraid they will judge. They will judge us because this is a woman opinions. Yeah, this is a woman point of view, and in my childhood, I've heard the things that women knows nothing. That's really sad. Did you hear about that? Yeah. Women knows nothing.
Actually, a lot, sadly.
Yeah, sadly. And yes, I know the male designers around me are really nice people, but yes, in a deeply fear that sometimes I don't know what to say. That a scenario like that. So, I'm still struggling with those difficulty, but that's not an everyday problems. I have to say that is not an everyday problems. I still have a bright side with the topic that male designer, female designer, blah blah blah. I still have a bright side, and to get over these difficulty, I try to join the creative community in real life, not behind the screen, to see what people thinking, what people acting, what are they doing out there, to understand. When you understand, you feel relatable, and you will see that yes, actually we they are really to respect us in a way. In some cases. And when I come to workshop or talk shows, I'm so really happy to see that a lot of females who work in a creative fields like me, like you, like us, and it's kind of it inspired me. Some of that really successful, like my creative director and my boss, really successful. And so in a conclusions, I'm still happy to be a female designer. And sometimes we need to turn the difficulty into a motivation to become a better person. That's what we are doing. We try to do it, and we know we need to do that. Right?
Yeah. That is a really valuable takeaway. We can't change the context and our difficulties, then rather turn it into a motivation, so it will push us forward. It'll be better.
More and more than that, we should not have a trouble with these things, because it's maybe not gonna be disappear. It will happen, and it is happening. Will happen in the future, I think, but happily in the future. Right now, I see a lot of not female designer but illustrator design. Illustration. What? Female illustrator. Okay.
Illustrator. Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot. And female artists. That is really a lot. Just
female artists, yeah.
Just like when you're design, you need to think about the system. I think that's the most difficult for women because we feel it. We're not systemization it. So that's the hard part. Yeah, if you're not systemization it, if you're not give that a solution as a system, that's literally not design. That make art, that make draw. Yeah, that's something else. And because of that, people are a little bit afraid to be do graphic design. Yeah, I think so. That's my opinion. I don't know. I don't know if it's correct or not, but yeah, I think so.
It's actually a really interesting insight. How us women are more. We rather feel than systemize the thing. And how graphic design is more about solving the solution systematically.
Yes.
So maybe that is actually a really interesting viewpoint. I haven't really thought of that yet. Because I personally am actually quite a systematic person. I plan things very clearly and everything. So I haven't really thought about that a lot. So it's really interesting that you point out that viewpoint. That actually could happen to a lot of women, and that could be one of the reasons why not so many girls are interested or like dare to choose graphic design.
Yep. Right.
So to conclude this interview, do you after all of these difficulties and all the situations you've been through, do you have any advices for yourself, for your younger self, when she just started joining graphic design? And knowing what you know now, what would you say to that girl, to Lan Anh, like 5, 4, 6 years ago? What would you say to her?
I will say that if things feel too difficult, be open to pausing. To listen.
You want to what? Sorry.
To pause. To pause.
To
listen to my own desire, what I really need in that time, and when it doesn't work, just try to collaborating with the others, in a spirit of curiosity, and maybe they will complete me in the past. because in the past I'm kind of shy. Right now I'm still shy, and I'm afraid to collaboration with the other because I'm afraid that they will judge me. I don't know why I'm afraid. Even a female or male designer, I'm still so scared when I collaborate with someone. So, but then I start to have a job, and I start to have a college, and I see, that's nothing. It's fine. It's fine to have a partner. We deserve a partner. We deserve a partner. Yeah.
We all deserve. We all deserve partners.
Yeah.
We all deserve good partners.
Yes. To make us to be a better version.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. You are a little bit different from me at that point, because I have mentioned I'm quite a perfectionist, and I'm very, very detailed person. That's why I really relate to Monica. I can relate to her being so nitpicking, like to little details, because that's me too. That's scary. And that's why when I work in groups, I I also have difficulties with group working because
I see.
Because it's not like I don't trust other, but it's just that sometimes people are not up to my point of detail.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not like I judge them or anything. I don't ask them to be what I am.
I know.
It's like, Monica and Chandler. Monica doesn't ask Chandler to be as detail oriented in her she is. But I myself have to learn how to work with that too, how to control my own perfectionism and collaborate better with other people. Yeah.
That's the past me. I used to be like you, a perfectionism person. That's a good characteristic that you could hold for yourself, because it helped you to create. It helped you to moving so far. Yes, but in the future, you will see. You will tire. You will tire to be perfectionist, and I am right now. I am right now.
I think I kind of am right now too.
Right. And then you will see that if something is not perfect, it's okay. It's not. Nobody died for the imperfections, right? And you will see that sometimes the imperfections may be better. It makes you see. It makes you feel that. It makes you feel that as I said before, the bad beside the good, it makes the whole picture complete, like that. Yeah, and sometimes you just perfection until you're tired. That's me. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much for joining today's interview. I learned a lot. I actually learned a lot. This is a really, really interesting talk.
Thank you. I'm still nervous.
And it's actually, no, you did such a good job. Your answer is really, really insightful, and I learned a lot. Thank you so much. I hope that the people who watch the video later on could have some takeaway of their own too.